What's up, Tempo family? It's your girl Tiana here, wishing you a happy Wednesday. Today, I have the honor of interviewing St. James, West Jamaican music artist Knavi, who released his latest single, Balmain Bomber, with over 1 million streams in less than a week. Thank you for joining me today, Knavi.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
And for those watching who are interested in having their music video aired across the Caribbean and the tri state area of the United States, you can email me at tcolbert@temponetworks.com. And I will walk you through the very easy, very simple process of getting your music video aired on the Caribbean's #1 entertainment channel. So thank you again for joining me today, Navi. I want to start by asking you, when did you realize that you wanted to start a music career?
Well, I've always been singing ever since I was very young. I think it was in 2012. Yeah, in 2012. So I am, cause I'm naturally business minded, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had different businesses, and I remember I had this a poultry farm that I used to manage, and I have some problems doing it, and I just sold everything. I got a home studio kit, and I started recording by myself from there.
Awesome. Wow. I love how you just like
Yeah.
take charge. You start recording by yourself. Got it.
Yeah, I recorded by myself. I learned to, the basics, the basic fundamentals, Pro Tools and all of that. So I started on my own, and then I started went into professional studios.
And who are some people that you were inspired by musically when you first got started?
Well, I've always admired the legends of music, like Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, all those people that are, grounded and rooted in what they do. They really love what they do. So I've always been drawn to those people. But I love music. I listen every genre. I listen once I hear a song and it's catchy and I like it, then I just rock with it.
Awesome. And do you remember your first dance hall party?
It was Jamaica Day. It was Jamaica Day at an high school. The reaction wasn't that
Oh.
great. I'm going to be honest. The reaction wasn't that great because back then I didn't have any professionally recorded songs,
Mm-hmm.
but I just went there for the experience, and I learned a lot from that experience. But it was a high school in Jamaica Day here in Jamaica.
And how old were you?
Was I
Yeah, were
then?
you? Yeah,
Oh, I
for your
think.
first dance hall party.
Oh, oh, back then I think 19 there about.
Okay. I've heard some
Yeah,
pretty young ages. That's probably one of the higher ones.
yeah,
People
yeah,
sneak out to go to these parties.
yeah. Well, I didn't have to like sneak out and things like that because I mean, my dad, he was a popular selector. He had a big music sound that he played at parties and stuff. So even though he died when I was very young, I remember hearing all sort of music. So I grew up in the music, listening music, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm drawn to those old school music as well, because they're just in my ears growing up. But I grew up in music, so it was a natural part of me. I didn't have to sneak out or do anything like that. I was always around the music.
And like, how has your sound as an artist evolved from when you first got started to the artist that you are now?
All right, so put it this way, right? When I recorded my first song, for me, it was the best. All right, it was the best thing. It was, when I listened it sounded great. And I remember producers telling me that, a few years from this, they're gonna listen to this and say, man, I really sounded like that. That's awful. But I didn't believe them. I just kept motivating myself. And as I grew over the years, listening back my old songs, I can hear a lot of changes in my delivery and
Mm-hmm.
my confidence, the way I just start incorporating personal experience in my music and what I truly believe in and stand for. So that's what I put in my music. And I hear a lot of difference. People ask me if Navi as an artist is the same Navi when he's home, and I'm like, no,
Hmm.
because music is I'm just doing what's a part of me. I
Love
do.
that.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You're so down to earth. Like I can feel that this is just you're doing your thing. Like this is what you were born to do. You're right in
Yeah,
the right job, your career.
thank you, thank
Music.
you. Yeah, I do what I love, and I wouldn't say that I work hard because then I would see it more like a job. So I just say I do what's necessary to get where I want to go, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna do whatever it takes. But I'm doing what I love, and it doesn't seem like hard work for me. It's just what I love.
Love that. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Okay. Life.
And we're back to Tempo Network's YouTube Live with music artist Navi. Welcome back, Navi.
Hey, Tiana.
So, to pick up where we left off, what is your creative process when you're writing these lyrics to your music? Like, how does it come to you?
All right. So uh I can do different genres, right? So I can do dancehall music and I can do pop music like trap music like Balmain Bomber, for example. It's sort of a crossover song, right? So
Hmm.
when I'm doing dancehall music, it's very easy. I don't write, I don't think about it, I don't even listen to the beat. I just go straight in the studio, and while it's playing, I'm just expressing myself, and it always comes out good. But for the international songs like Balmain, I really what I do much is to prophesy, into the type of life that I want to live. So I would sing about things that I want to do. I'd sing about, the type of brands that I want to wear, like, Balmain, for example, and the
Hmm.
type of life that I want to live, right? So that's how, that's where that creative, you know, aspect comes from. It's just me visualizing and imagining, believing in where I'm going, and I just sing about that like I'm already there.
Sounds like you're manifesting it through your music.
Absolutely,
You're using your
absolutely,
creative juices to like materialize all of your music accomplishments and your dreams. I love it.
absolutely. Thank you. That's what I do. I manifest it a lot.
And is there a music video for Balmain Bomber?
Oh yes, it is. Bomb Bomber video is on my official artist channel on YouTube. Right, it's like uh a million hits and counting. It's less than 2 weeks, and the response is great.
Wow, yeah, that's really impressive. I'm blown away by that statistic. Where can we watch it
Yeah,
on YouTube? What is your YouTube handle?
it's Navi. It's verified. Official artist channel. So
Okay,
you'll
so it
see
should be
that
easy
little
to
music
find.
thing there. Huh?
So it should be easy to find because it's
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah. Very easy. Very easy to find. As long as you remember that there is a K and the K is silent. Knavi. And you just put Navi, Balmain Bomber, and it will come right up.
What was the most enjoyable part of the music video production?
I think it was a part where I was really transforming, and I was either coming out as a priest or a vampire. Eventually I can yeah, so that transformation, that was the really the fun part, so
Uh-huh.
I don't want to review too much because I want the listeners to go and watch it. All
Okay.
right, but I really the whole set was it was great. It's like a movie. It's like, nothing that you will actually see, coming from an artist who is not, very, very, very famous yet.
Wow, that's how you do it. I love the way that you talk about your work. It's so
Yeah.
inspiring. Like I can tell that you work really hard on everything that you do in music, and it definitely shows in the sound of your music and the quality of your music videos. So I'm very excited to see your career continue to flourish.
Well, thank you very much. And I've been doing a lot over the years. You know, I made a lot of sacrifices. There were times when I came like really close to, the real breakthrough, and then stuff just happens, and I kept my head up. I started again, I continue, and now Balmain Bomber, over the years, this has been the, one of the major success from, me doing my career, and I'm grateful for that, and I thank the fans and all my supporters for what they've been doing over the years.
A lot of our viewers are up and coming artists who are watching your interview right now and looking for inspiration and learning about how other people are navigating the music industry, the music business industry.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice that you've received on your journey as an artist that you give to another artist?
Well, I would say my advice to artists coming up, right, like myself,
Hmm.
do what you believe in, all right? Because sometimes it's the people around you that hold you back without even them knowing that they're holding you back, because they have a limited mindset, and what they do is to project their fears on you by telling you that
Hmm.
it can't happen this way, and you have to do this first before you do that. All right, but sometimes you just gotta, trust your own instincts and listen to your gut feelings, believe in the universe, and manifest the life that you want to live, and do what your heart is telling you to do.
You are speaking my language. I hear you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Where do you see the future of dance hall music's industry going?
Well, dance dancehall, it has always been a very, creative genre. So different acts come up every, every week or every month or every year. Someone new come up from dancehall music. So I would say it's gonna continue. All right, but for myself, I'm not gonna limit myself to being a dancehall artist, because even though dancehall is a great, genre, I think that it's sort of limited in the reach that it currently have. So I'll do dancehall, I'll speak my native language, patois music, but at the same time, I really sing in a way that people can understand what I'm saying over the
Hmm.
world, so that's what I'm about.
And on that note, what legacy do you want to leave on the world through the music that you create?
Well, I want to show the world that as an artist coming out of Jamaica, we can do it big. And when I say big, I mean Bob Marley do it big. We all know that. All right. But I want to do it on a whole new level. I want to
Mm.
top the Billboard charts. I want to, win Grammys and all of that. I want to go from music to acting, being in movies and all of that. So that's, the legacy that I want to set, to do it like no one have ever done it before.
I love that mentality. You have that
Thank you.
go-getter energy. I love it. It's like it's infectious. It's a good sort of like contagious energy to have. If anything that you
Yeah.
go after in life, you want to have that go-getter energy. It's like you're an unstoppable force. You're on a mission.
Absolutely. Sky's the limit.
And where can or what can our followers look forward to seeing from Navi over the next year or so? Like, what's your up and coming? What's your next project?
All right. So I have an album. It's titled Bigger Picture, right? So Balmain Bomber is one track from that album. And I will be releasing more music videos from that album. and they're all going to be, groundbreaking and different in one way or the other. I don't like to do it like everyone else. So they're going to be different. They're going to be breathtaking, definitely entertaining for the fans and myself, also. So that's what to expect from Navi.
And where can we purchase your music to support you as an artist?
Well, it's on every platform, actually. Bigger Picture is on every platform. iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
And what are all your social media handles so that we can follow you as you release your album and the songs and your performances?
All right. So on Instagram, it's Bad Boy Navi. That's Badboy Navi. All right. On TikTok, Facebook, it's the same name, Bad Boy Navi. Right. And the good thing is under Balmy and Bama on YouTube, there a link to all my social media handles under there, and there's a link to the album under there as well in the description.
Perfect. That makes it easy.
Very.
And before we wrap up this interview, is there anyone on your team that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, well, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, they say you're only as strong as your weakest link, right? So I have a team that are very dedicated, very supportive. All right. My PR, Carl Duran, my management team. We have Mark Allen, of course. We have Brandon Williams. We have um, uh, Mr. Spence, Lyle Elliott. We have Carter James. He's known as Cash Life or Gilly. He's my blood brother. So my team is very strong, very dedicated. They're very supportive of my music and of what I do, and we all want to make it together. So shout out to my team.
I can definitely feel the energy of the support that you have around you. Um,
Well,
Thank you so much for joining me today, Navi. It was a pleasure getting to know you.
well, it's been a pleasure talking to you as well, Tiana. It's great. I really enjoyed your vibe. I love your energy, and we connected.
Thank you. I will definitely be seeing you around. And for those that want to watch Balmain Bomber music video, you know where to go to Navi's YouTube channel. And we'll be following you on social media and seeing all your things come out over the year. So,
Great, great,
all right. So I'll see you
great.
guys next time. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.